The jellyfish belong to a group of fairly simple animals called the Cnidaria. As unlikely as it may seem, this grouping, or phylum, includes such diverse and recognizable representatives as the reef-building corals. Sea anemones, too, are jellyfish relatives. Part of a phylum whose members flourish from tide pools and coastal waters to the ocean depths. As different as they appear, all cnidarians share a basic body design and some very special features. While jellyfish and their body plan have existed for over 650 million years, most people only see or care about these creatures when they've had a first-hand encounter with one of those special features of jellyfish and their kin, the stinging cell. The cnidarians all possess stinging cells called cnidocytes. Used as tools in feeding, these special cells also serve a defensive function and are usually concentrated in the tentacles of the animal. Microscopic harpoon-like structures called nematocysts sit coiled within the stinging cells and eject when the cell is stimulated. There are different kinds of nematocysts, but typically, when released, a barbed thread fires out from its cell and penetrates the prey or predator. When humans are stung by a jellyfish, the venom can damage skin cells, affect the nervous system, heart, circulatory system, or breathing, depending on the species of jellyfish involved. The box jellyfish, or cubomedusae, get their name from the squarish appearance of the umbrella and typically have 4 major tentacles extending below. Though fragile-looking, they feed actively on small prey caught by the tentacles. A swirling mass of planktonic crustaceans provides fine dining for hungry cubomedusae. The appearance of these jellyfish along Hawaiian shorelines during certain wind and current conditions is a concern, since the stings of box jellyfish can be extremely painful and for certain individuals warrant a trip to the hospital. The Australian sea wasp, a relative of cubomedusae found in Hawaii, has been responsible for numerous deaths in that country. The box jellyfish and a curious creature called the Portuguese man-of-war head the list of potent stingers in island waters. Along windward coastlines, bluish oblong bubbles washed up on shore signal the presence of the man-of-war. The Portuguese man-of-war is not a true jellyfish. Even more surprising, it's not even a single organism. It's actually a floating colony of specialized individuals that function like a single whole animal. Each specialized part performs a particular function that helps keep the colony alive. Some make up the float. Others are involved in food gathering, digestion, or reproduction. This fascinating colony belongs to a group called the siphonophores and possesses possibly the largest stinging cells of any of the Hawaiian cnidarians. Though Hawaii is home to fewer species of jellyfish than some other regions, there is, nevertheless, an amazing diversity among those that do reside in these waters. Calm back bays, marinas, and harbors provide excellent habitats for some fascinating species. Perhaps the most graceful of all the species found in Hawaii, Aurelia, moves almost specter-like through the darkness. Muscle fibers and nerves encircle the animal's umbrella, and a simple pacemaker controls its flexing. The elastic jelly-like layer, or mesoglea, for which the jellyfish is named, gently snaps the animal back to its original shape. The umbrella spreads, and the jellyfish drifts downward. The four petal-like structures that decorate the umbrella actually outline the animal's digestive and reproductive organs through Aurelia's translucent tissues. Caught in a shaft of light, Aurelia shows why it's called the moon jellyfish. During the day, these jellyfish graze on drifting planktonic animals. Rhythmic pulsing provides just enough thrust to keep the jellyfish near the surface. In an interesting food-gathering technique, Aurelia uses mucus on its outer surface as a kind of plankton flytrap. The food-mucus mixture is then moved by tiny hair-like cilia to the sides of the umbrella, then transferred by the mouth arms into the gut. Aurelia's appetite for microplankton is shared by other species. The white-spotted jellyfish, Pilorhiza, is one of the larger species found in Hawaii. Reaching umbrella diameters up to 20 inches, these bruisers are frequently seen in the waters of Pearl Harbor and in other quiet bays. They share that habitat with a closely related species, the lagoon jellyfish, Mastigius, easily one of the most stunning jellyfish found in Hawaiian waters. Both Pilorhiza and Mastigius are rhizostome jellyfish, a name which refers to the branching, frilly lobes under the umbrella. Dozens of mouth openings line the lobes and ingest planktonic organisms. These jellyfish also get part of their nutrition from compounds produced by single-celled algae called zooxanthellae in their tissues. The brown color of Pilorhiza and Mastigius is due to concentrations of algae. Under magnification, clusters of the algae can be seen in jellyfish tissue. Just as in Palau's Jellyfish Lake, these animals swim near the surface during daylight, exposing the zooxanthellae to vital sunlight. The plant cells photosynthesize, producing nutrients consumed by the jellyfish. At the bottom of protected shallow lagoons, one species of jellyfish seems to prefer the lifestyle practiced by corals and anemones. Cassiopeia, the upside-down jellyfish, sits on the bottom with its feeding tentacles facing up into the water column. The exposed mouth arms gather food from the water while exposing algae cells to sunlight. When disturbed, the jellyfish swims a short distance and then settles down again, in most un-jellyfish-like fashion. At certain times during the year, some shoreline areas become jellyfish boomtowns, Clusters of young and adult jellyfish seem to appear from nowhere to cloud the waters and lagoon bottoms. Jellyfish reproduction is an interesting process. They might all look alike, but sexes are usually separate in jellyfish. And while there are variations in development of young between species, a typical fertilized egg produces a jellyfish larva called a planula. This cilia-covered ball settles on the seafloor and develops into a polyp stage, resembling a tiny sea anemone. At some point in the polyp stage, tiny jellyfish called ephyra bud off and eventually grow into the more recognizable adults. No backbone, soft-bodied, apparently poorly equipped to deal with the harsh conditions of their environment. Yet, they possess incredible and elaborate systems for feeding and defense and have flourished for hundreds of millions of years. They populate virtually every ocean, from shoreline to seafloor. They are amazing creatures, these jellyfish, and so poorly named. They are certainly not fish, and they are so much more than just jelly.